Quarter of a century later, the Lubbock Cultural District's anchor has grown stronger. The Louise Hopkins Underwood Center for the Arts is celebrating 25 years of arts and entertainment in downtown Lubbock.
KCBD News Channel 11's Case Wilbanks joins us with a look at its mission to continually breathe new life into downtown Lubbock.
Yeah, Karen and Abner, from arts and entertainment to the economics around it all, LHUCA began with the goal of establishing the district and revitalizing downtown. Well, that revitalization effort continues, but LHUCA has certainly made its impact.
Actually, these roll-up doors were here, and they would roll up the doors and pull the trucks in and actually work on the trucks in this space.
It's a nod to the past and a contribution to the architecture it leaves behind.
We are in a fire administration building that was damaged in the tornado in 1970, and then it sat pretty much empty till 97 when the city deeded it over to us.
The city saw the Lubbock Regional Arts Center as a catalyst for bringing the arts to downtown, and it has, expanding from that old fire station on Avenue K and Mac Davis Lane to much more.
Since then, we have been fortunate enough to be surrounded on 3 sides by Charles Adams Studio Project. Now across the street we have Ballet Lubbock and Buddy Holly Hall. The Symphony is also across the street, so it's really, flushed out, and we have so much square footage dedicated to the arts in downtown Lubbock.
That was the goal 25 years ago for the center, now named after its co-founder and champion of the arts, Louise Hopkins Underwood.
It's a really interesting show.
LHUCA, as it's known, displays and inspires the works of hundreds of artists a year from here at home and around the world.
And so then that's been every year for 25 years. So, a lot of artists have come through these walls.
The walls of the Firehouse, Ice House, Graffiti Building, and others, hosting galleries, theater, camps, and other programs.
So our mission today is to cultivate and celebrate all the arts by inspiring creativity and engaging with the community.
A community it's hosted for more than 200 First Friday art trails.
The first Friday art trail had 13 people and a dog. That's the story on that one. So it's grown quite a bit. Now we see, 5,000 plus people every First Friday.
Using the arts to bring people together.
We hope to continue growing and really establish Lubbock as a place for the arts in West Texas.
And established in downtown Lubbock.
Downtown is here, and it's alive, and it's thriving.
So the 219th First Friday Art Trail is tomorrow from 6 to 9, rain or shine. LHUCA also encourages folks to visit during this 25th year for various events and new exhibits and daily programs. Karen?
Thank you, Case, and thank you, LHUCA.